So what is soil organic carbon, and why is every man and his dog involved in sustainable agriculture and regenerative farming obsessed with soil organic carbon? Well, I'm glad you asked, because my name is Teal Simmons and this is Agriculture Explained. In this video we'll be looking at soil organic carbon and what it is exactly, what are the benefits of it, and how we can improve soil organic carbon on our farms. We'll also be looking about how we can measure this and why it is fundamental to sustainable and regenerative agriculture. So before we start talking about soil organic carbon, I just want to say that everything in this video is for general education purposes only. And I say that because every farm has different soil types, different climate, and different enterprise needs. That means that not all strategies that we talk about will be best for our farms, and not all benefits from soil organic carbon will arise on each farm. So it's best to make up your own mind about your own farm as you know it best. Rightio, with that in mind, let's start talking about soil organic carbon. So before we can try and implement different strategies on our farm to increase our soil organic carbon, we first have to understand what it actually is. So soil organic carbon is the carbon component of soil organic matter, or we can refer to soil organic carbon as SOC and soil organic carbon as SOM. So this is good, but what is soil organic matter? So soil organic matter is the organic part of decomposed plant, animal, or even microbe matter. So this can include, so say a tree falls over, or you plough some green manure back into your soil. All that has to first break down before it's considered soil organic matter. And so it's within this soil organic matter that you have soil organic carbon. So all soil organic carbon comes from organic matter in the first place. So if we can take organic matter and put it into our ground where it can decompose, then we can increase our soil organic matter and then increase our soil organic carbon. So that will be the whole context and perspective that we'll be looking at this video through. So we're looking at how we can increase our soil organic carbon by increasing our soil organic matter. Soil organic carbon is fundamental to sustainable and regenerative agriculture. So in this graph we can see soil organic carbon in tonnes per hectare dating back to 1900. And so what we can see is that we pretty much have this maximum level up until 1920, and that's really when you start implementing, or we started implementing a lot of our industrial agricultural techniques. Straight after this we get a massive dip, almost halving the total amount of soil organic carbon, with soil organic carbon coming up a little bit up into 2000. So what can we take away from this graph? So really the difference between the maximum and what it is now is what we can increase, and therefore essentially increase our soil fertility. So essentially we can almost double our soil organic carbon in a lot of our soils. So it's about, at the worst, it was about 35 tonnes per hectare. We can take that all the way up to 70. So why are sustainable and regenerative farmers going crazy for soil organic carbon? Well, it comes down to the fertility that soil carbon contributes to our soil. I actually believe it's one of the most important factors that we can contribute to our soil to improve our soil fertility. So what do I mean when I say that soil organic carbon contributes to soil fertility? Well, we can break this up into three sections. Firstly, we can talk about the chemical benefits that soil organic carbon brings. We can also talk about the physical benefits and the biological benefits. There are a lot more benefits than on the board here today, but these are probably the main ones that we'll factor in. So before jumping into the benefits of soil organic carbon, it's best to understand the physical and chemical characteristics of soil. So if you don't know them very well, I'd recommend going and check them out. We have 2 videos on them, so go watch them and come back. So a lot of the benefits from soil organic carbon will contribute to those characteristics. So it's best to understand what they are and how they affect our soil. So the first benefit of soil organic carbon is increasing our cation exchange capacity, and it also increases our anion exchange capacity as well, which is the negatively charged ions. So in general, it increases the capacity for the soil to exchange charged particles or ions. So this is important when exchanging nutrients between our soil and our roots. So if we increase our cationic exchange capacity, we effectively increase the ability for our soil to exchange these nutrients. It also increases our nutrient availability. So when our organic matter breaks down, say an animal decomposes or plant matter decomposes, or even microbes, the nutrients are almost locked away and then broken down and made available to plants. So these include our macronutrients as NPK, so nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are really important for our plants' growth and development, so we need a lot of these. So the breakdown of our organic matter will increase these, as well as our trace minerals and micronutrients. And so they're also really important for plant growth and development. Finally, for our chemical benefits, soil organic carbon buffers toxins and harmful substances. So when soil organic carbon buffers against toxins, what happens is that it increases the decomposition of, say, these substances, such as harmful pesticides, and it prevents the negative impacts of these substances. So essentially, it lessens the harmful effect. These also include heavy metals in our soil, and so increasing our soil organic carbon will provide a healthier and less harmful soil. So to our next section, we have our physical properties. So it increases our soil structure. So the soil organic carbon will hold together soil particles into more stable aggregates or PEDs. So we improve stable aggregates. Now this helps to prevent erosion. It also allows roots to permeate through the soil. It just holds the soil together, makes it less massive, so blocky, reduces compaction. If you need a refresher on soil structure, that's in the physical properties of soil. Secondly, we have porosity. So porosity is pretty much the amount of space between our soil particles. So if we have a really high porosity, it means there's a lot of space. If not, then there's no space between it, which can cause compaction issues. So porosity is important for gas exchange, water absorption, infiltration rates, also root permeability. So this is almost affects how easy things are able to move through our soil. So we want a nice, fairly high porosity so that gas can move in and out of our soil, and that our roots can move through the soil and grow. So soil organic carbon will increase the porosity, also increase structure, so providing a better medium pretty much for our plants to grow their roots through, and gas and water to move through. Because soil organic matter is charged, it means that it can hold onto more water. So it increases soil water holding capacity. Now this is really good as we want to store as much water as we can in our soil. This prevents it from, say, running off and losing it. Water holding capacity also reduces the evapotranspiration that we get off our land. So essentially we're holding more water in when it rains so that our plants can use it when they need to. And as I said before, infiltration rates increase due to the porosity and soil structure. So essentially the physical benefits for our soil organic carbon is increasing the ability for our soil to hold say water. It also increases the permeability of our soil for gas to move through, reduces erosion through stable aggregates. Now for our final biological benefits. Now I believe this is probably one of the most overlooked benefits. We don't really consider our microbes. Maybe that's because we can't see them, but microbes are really important and fundamental part of our soil ecology. So soil organic matter will provide food for our microbes. Now this is really important as we want to sustain a happy population of microbes so that they can perform different functions like decomposition, nitrogen fixation, nitrification, ammonification. Like there's a lot that our microbes do. So this supports microbe activity. As I was saying, it helps our soil be healthy, and it also helps our plants grow. Now it also suppresses weeds. Now you wouldn't think of this, but increasing our soil organic carbon suppresses disease that can be stored in our soil. So increasing our soil organic carbon will benefit our plants and our animals by reducing pathogen load within our soil. It also promotes root growth in our plants, and also assists in nutrient recycling. So all of these are some of the benefits we get from our soil organic carbon. Now there are many more, and I actually put a post out on Facebook, and a lot of people replied with extra benefits. Some that I didn't know of, but I'll put them up now. So keep in mind that soil organic carbon is a massive benefit to our soil. It massively improves our soil fertility. But one of the best things about increasing soil organic carbon is that it's a long-term benefit. It's not just one short-term solution, such as applying a lot of fertiliser. It's actually, if we manage our soil organic carbon properly, this can be multiple years. And it's really the basis of improving our soil fertility and increasing our farm's productivity. So essentially, we want to increase as much soil organic carbon as we can to reap all of these benefits.